Hey, what is happening, YouTube? I am literally in a great mood right now. Four-game winning streak by the Los Angeles Clippers, and the team is getting back into rhythm. That is pretty darn delightful, in my opinion. Because, listen, let's just break down to player. Batum, like, he is literally showing, like, how he is, like, our French army knife. Like, not I wouldn't say Swiss because Batum's not Swiss. He's French, so I kind of want to put some respect on Nick Batum. So that dude was literally doing everything. He is literally like the Clippers version of Andre Iguodala. That man has the versatility to play defense to basically 1 to 5. He can knock down shots. He could kind of get the rebound. And one thing I would always love is versatility. And Nick Batum is literally that guy to bring versatility. Now we're going to head on over to Paul George. Now, last night, Paul George, he wasn't, his shooting night was not the best, but ultimately, we won. Like, one thing we definitely could definitely, like, learn how to, work on is turnover. And turnovers are the one that kind of, like, mess us up, in my opinion. Like, especially like with Paul George and Eric Bledsoe. Like Eric Bledsoe, speaking on Eric Bledsoe, he's not like the type of. I'm not like I don't know. Like he's been shooting pretty terrible in my personal opinion, and he's been turning the ball over like a lot of times. Like I'm gonna just say, I know I said it in the previous videos, but we definitely should not have traded Patrick Beverly because Pat, like, had we had Patrick Beverly, we would be even winning more games. But again, it is what it is, like I said. But maybe hopefully Bledsoe can prove me wrong. So, I mean, hey, Paul George did defend Eric Bledsoe, I believe. He said like he like Eric Bledsoe plays hard or something like that. So, got again, big ups to Paul George who's sticking up for his teammates. He's just literally a great guy to have on your locker room. And then we're gonna dive into Luke Kennard, who actually, not gonna lie, he actually somewhat impressed me last night. Like, scratched somewhat, my bad. He actually impressed me a lot, especially on his defense. Like, I know I kind of have me and Luke Kennard has like it's like a roller coaster ride. Like when Luke Kennard he played like how he played last night, he was actually solid on defense. Like he was not a complete marshmallow on defense. He was actually giving it his all. Like he was actually playing pretty good defense. Like I can't believe I'm saying this, but and that man literally hit hit some good amount of shots, which is that is pretty really good, and that's what I love to see. Like that when that man gets a ball, he freaking splash, and then like I said, I kind of had a roller coaster right with Luke Kennard, but the thing is like. I know, like in the past videos, I've been pretty hard on Luke Kennard, but the thing is, I always liked Luke Kennard though. Like, I sound like a type of guy who's like less of a Luke Kennard believer, but back in like I believe like 6 months ago, I believe right 6 months ago, like approximately, maybe not six, like yeah, 6 months ago, like when the Clippers had moments when we were struggling on 3 point shooting, I was actually calling for Tyler to put Luke Kennard in, but now I guess like Luke Kennard just has his rough moments, and thankfully, like he's getting his rhythm correctly, and that is pretty good to see. And then Reggie Jackson, like last game, well, not the previous of the Charlotte Hornets game, he turned into Action Jackson again, and that is literally one of the best things that can happen because Reggie Jackson, like he showed that he is clutch, like especially like Reggie Jackson was another guy who had a big roller coaster ride, and I was actually like was really tough on Reggie, like in the beginning, but ever since the playoffs, like I literally turned a 360 on Reggie Jackson, and I like would always give Reggie Jackson more of the benefit of the doubt nowadays because now I know what Reggie can do when properly utilized. And then I'm gonna go on to Isaiah Hornstein. That dude just gets better and better and better. And I like how, Ty Lue's actually playing Hornstein a good amount of minutes because dude can literally play good defense and he's actually plays with hustle and for his size and plays with hustle and he plays solid defense too. That's literally Clippers are in good hands. I'll tell you that much. Who else could I go with? Talk about Terrence Mann. Like, look, Terrence Mann also had his rough edges, but it wasn't as bad as other Clippers. He just struggled on the offense side, but he still had his defense. But again, the last 3 games, Terrence Mann was actually killing it, and boy, that dude is just beyond amazing. Even Ivica Zubac too. I am actually impressed with Zubac because Zubac in his first few games, 4 or 5 games, he was pretty, like he was, how some Clippers fans, including me, would criticize. He had the butterfingers, he had the clunkiness, but right now in this game, he was actually doing strong. He's actually getting in the paint, slamming dunk. He literally got that beautiful dunk on, I believe, Miles Bridges. And plus Miles Bridges is a really athletic individual too, so that's actually fairly impressive in my opinion. So that's also another great thing. And another thing I just want to comment about, the Clippers, especially Tyronn Lue. Like, here's the thing. See, as of right now, since everybody is stepping up, like I know, like in the past, when like pretty much like when the players are off, in my opinion, Ty Lue needs to get Brandon Boston in a lineup because again, but right now, I think Tyronn Lue did a phenomenal job because they were hitting shots, so I guess there was not really need to make another adjustments. Like I kind of like how Tyronn Lue managed the rotation against with the Charlotte Hornets because he was actually yes, he's not playing the guys I would definitely love to see on the floor, but again, I cannot let my bias, say that Tyronn Lue didn't do too good on the rotations when everybody was doing their thing, and he actually did pretty good because he started off with Zubac, right, and then he put Ibaka in. Ibaka, hey, first game coming back, like he was actually he got that one beautiful block, and that's actually solid. That's his first run, and then that's pretty good on what Ibaka has. Like, yes, unfortunately he cannot play much games, but he has that good veteran mentorship to Isaiah Hartenstein and Vita Zubac, in my opinion. Like I would see moments when Isaiah Hartenstein would take advice from Serge Ibaka. So so that's some so that's a pretty good impact that Serge can bring to the Clippers locker room, even though if he don't play. Like, see, I know some people they kind of they care way too much about if you play on the floor or not. See, like a proportionate amount of Clippers fans, they made that mistake of thinking, oh, we had to trade Pat Bev just because he was injury prone. But in reality, Patrick Beverley brings the mentorship as well too. And then the Clippers, I know it's a little too early to say, but they're kind of somewhat in a way, like realize what they missed because Pat Bev is literally Pat Bev. Eric Bledsoe, I mean, when he's on, he's good, but when he's off, like as you see, like Ty Lue didn't play Eric Bledsoe too much minutes. Like he didn't play Eric Bledsoe in the crunch time. So that's another good props that I wanted to give to Tyronn Lue about last night. And then, like, what else could I probably dive into? Yeah, that's just pretty much my summary and my opinion of the Clippers overall. So hopefully we keep on the run. And again, this should probably, wrap up the video in my opinion. And shout out to the Charlotte Hornets, by the way. I mean, they had a solid squad. They had LaMelo Ball, who's actually going to be pretty good, which is it's obvious. I know that. And you got Miles Bridges, who's actually, he's actually pretty damn good too. Like the Charlotte Hornets actually got a solid squad, but Borrego, in my opinion, he's just not the coach because Melo was not playing enough minutes. And James Borrego, like I don't know, because even like when Melo was, the rookie, right? Melo was not even getting much minutes, and that's pretty abysmal in my opinion. So, but again, That's just my take on the Charlotte Hornets. But end of the day, this should definitely wrap up this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, or dislike if you disagree. Doesn't matter, and I'll do my best to try to discuss with y'all in the comment section. So go Clippers, and hopefully let's beat the Trailblazers. I believe we play tomorrow, correct?